There's this old PC horror game Mason and I used to play in high school. Hollow Veil. It was low budget, full of bugs, barely had a plot, just an abandoned town shrouded in fog and an unseen presence that followed you around. But it felt different. Not jump scare scary, just quiet, cold. Like the game was made by someone who didn't want you to win. We'd play it every October. A dumb tradition. Turn off the lights, load up the game, wander the empty streets of Hollow Veil while something unseen followed behind, always a few steps back. But 2 months ago, Mason messaged me. Dude, I found a mod. Adds a secret zone. Stuff they cut before release. I asked where he got it. He just sent a Google Drive link. No credits, no README file, just a folder named Hollow Veil True. He installed it that night. At 2:07 a.m., he texted me again. I found a red door. It only opens if you stare at it for 3 minutes without blinking. I thought he was screwing with me. He'd always been that guy. Loved mystery forums, analog horror, haunted cartridge crap. But something about his tone felt different. A few hours later, he stopped replying. I called. No answer. I figured he fell asleep. Didn't think much of it. But the next morning, I saw he hadn't read any of my texts. And by the afternoon, his mom posted on Facebook, "Has anyone seen Mason? He didn't show up for work and isn't answering his phone. If you've heard from him, please let us know." My stomach sank. I drove to his apartment. His car was parked outside. The door was locked, but I knew where he hid the spare key. Inside, everything looked normal. Lights off, coffee mug on the counter, jacket on the hook, but his PC was still on. The monitor glowed faint blue. His desktop was open and Hollow Veil was running. Only it wasn't the same menu. No music, no options, just a black screen with a flickering red door in the center and one word beneath it: continue. I sat down, moved the mouse. Nothing. The game didn't respond. Then the screen glitched, just for a moment. And what flashed across it wasn't the game. It was a webcam feed of Mason's room, his desk, his chair, empty. I stood up, turned around, nothing there. Then the screen went black. New text faded in, "Welcome to level 2. I yanked the power cord out of the wall. The screen stayed on for another 2 seconds before finally dying. I didn't sleep that night. The next morning, I booted up my own PC just to distract myself. But something was off. There was a new folder on my desktop. Same name, Hollow Veil True. I never downloaded it, never plugged in a drive, never opened a link. It was just there. I opened it. Inside was one file, door.exe. I hovered over it for a long time. Then I clicked. The game didn't launch. My webcam did. It flicked on, the green light blinking. Then the screen turned black and showed a loading bar. Loading, room configuration, configuration match, found, user's bedroom. I closed the window, tried deleting the folder. It reappeared in 5 seconds. Every time. That night, I heard my computer turn on by itself at 3:13 a.m. I got up, walked over, and found it running again. The same game. This time, the red door was already open. I stared at the screen. There was something inside the door. Something tall, twisted, like a man stretched wrong, limbs too long, head tilted at an unnatural angle, twitching like it couldn't hold still. It didn't move toward me, but my camera light flicked on, and the figure turned to look directly at the screen. Then it whispered, no speakers, just the air around me. "You're already here." The lights in my room flickered. I slammed the laptop shut. The next day, I wiped the drive, reinstalled Windows, tossed the old hard drive in a river an hour away. But that night, it came back. Different this time. I woke up to my phone buzzing. A notification from an unknown app. Hollow Veil True is now running in background. Tap to open. I opened it. No screen, just a voice. Mason's voice. Choppy, frantic, like it was recorded on a dying mic. Don't let it find your face. Don't let it finish loading. Whatever you do, don't, then silence. A second later, my camera turned on. The screen glitched again. Now I could see my room, live, from above, like a surveillance feed. And standing in the corner, barely visible in the static, was something tall, flickering, and watching me. I turned the lights on. The corner was empty, but when I looked back at the screen, the figure was closer. Every time I blinked, it moved, just a little. Like a reverse game of red light, green light, I powered off the phone, turned off my Wi-Fi, took the battery out. But now, the lights in my house flicker every night at 3:13 a.m. And 2 nights ago, I woke up with my webcam facing me, even though I keep it taped. This morning, I found a new folder on my backup laptop. This one wasn't called Hollowvale True. It was called Level 3. Inside it, a text file. One line, bring someone else with you next time. I haven't seen Mason in over a month, but sometimes in dreams or static or reflections, I see something standing just behind me. Something tall, something twitching, and I think Level 3 is open now.